Now this is about a half a cup of green olives with pimento, jar variety, but they've been chopped up. We'll just add that to our mix. And capers, which I also chopped. This is about 3 teaspoons. And again, capers give it a very interesting flavor. A little tangy, a little salty, very distinct. Okay, we've taken our peppers out of the broiler where they blackened very nicely. The pepper is very tender and soft, and it's cooked. So basically, once we fill it with our mixture of the ground beef and rice and cheese, it's already cooked, so it's just a matter of the cheese melting inside and getting a nice melted, broiled top on it. So we're going to take these out of the pan and stuff them, and then put them back in the oven, and that'll be our stuffed pepper dish. Now this is rice that I cooked earlier and drained. Again, I don't tend to measure very often when I cook, so I had a lot of extra rice left over. But what I did with that is put it in the freezer in a freezer bag, and I'll use that at a future time. And we just want to mix this. We don't want the rice to lose its color and get completely blended in. We want to make sure it's thoroughly mixed. Now we'll stuff the peppers with the hamburger and rice mixture. You can put quite a bit in each one. Just be careful you don't pack it in too tightly and burst the edges of the pepper open. You don't want that happening. But just press it in there firmly. Then we're going to top each one off with a mixture of mozzarella, Monterey Jack, Romano, and Parmesan cheese. And then carefully place that in the pan. And as soon as these are all done, we'll put the pan in the oven. I finished stuffing all of the peppers and topping them off with the cheese blend. And now we're going to put these in the oven covered with foil to bake at about 350 degrees for maybe 20 minutes to half an hour. We want the cheese to melt and start to brown a little bit. Then our dish will be done. Okay, we finished stuffing all our peppers and we put them in the oven. They'll stay in there for about 20 minutes until the cheese is melted and bubbly and starts to brown. And in the meantime, we'll start working on some homemade garlic bread. It's a perfect complement to go with these stuffed peppers. Let me show you how to do that. Our peppers are roasting in the oven, and what we're going to do now is make some garlic bread to go with it for dinner. I've got a nice hard crust semolina loaf that I've cut into pieces, and we're going to section those and then top them with what I made earlier. It's a blend of olive oil, butter, garlic, salt, pepper, oregano that's been heated and then put in the fridge to cool. When you put the olive oil in the refrigerator, it tends to thicken, and with the butter it also makes it thicker. So that lets you spread the mixture with the garlic on top of the bread more easily. Okay, so I've taken this out of the fridge, and again, it's a mixture of chopped garlic, olive oil, some butter that was melted, and seasoning. What I'm going to do is just spread it on the bread. Okay, I finished putting the garlic spread on the bread, and I'm going to pop this in the oven. This should take about 10 minutes to brown in the oven and be nice and toasty, and it should be done around the same time that the peppers are finished cooking. So it's almost time to eat. Okay, we've taken our stuffed peppers out of the oven, and here's the final result. Hot and melty. It's going to be delicious with a piece of crispy garlic bread to go with it. So here we have it. We have our finished stuffed peppers with garlic bread. Perfect meal, complemented by a glass of wine, and you'll be satisfied. Enjoy. Alright, thanks for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed seeing how the stuffed pepper dish was made, and I hope you make it at home. Bon appetit!